Alright, thanks for clicking on the video. This is Gulpain, and back again with a quick PSP review here. And this one is Āru Taipu Takutikusu. This was developed by IREM and published by Rising Star Games, and it was released in PAL territories in September 26, 2008. So I've obviously played the original Āru Taipu games. So I think I played it for like a high score challenge, you know, the old arcade one where you have the ship and then you put the Āru Taipu. To me is obviously there's loads of different kind of those shmup type games, those sideward scrolling shoot 'em ups, and they're very, very similar. But Āru Taipu kind of set itself apart. I think Āru Taipu was probably, you know, one of the most popular ones. It's very confusing. I'm not an expert in those either. Āru Taipu, Darius, Salamander, Life Force, all those different kind of shooters, which like some of them had like amazing music, like the soundtracks in those is just absolutely awesome. It's, you know, it's real kind of rock, but what they could do, I suppose they had like a lot of extra memory, so they could you know, do some amazing tunes. But Āru Taipu, you know, for me is like the ship and then the thing in front of it, the one option or the two options kind of in front. So that was kind of like distinctive kind of style of Āru Taipu for me. So then when I saw Āru Taipu Takutikusu, I immediately got it. I think I paid £6 for it because I wanted to give it a go. I really like the games on the PSP. Some of the games on PSP, they kind of take a you know, like it's a handheld system obviously, so they kind of take a chance, or they kind of, you know, they take a genre and they do something different with it, you know, whereas the console game will be like the generic game, or the, you know, the typical game, and then the PSP version then, or the DS sometimes as well, will be like a completely different game. But this seems to be sort of exclusive, or kind of the version of Āru Taipu that came out on PSP. There is obviously like Āru Taipu is on, it might be on one of the compilations like the original arcade game, but this one seems to be exclusive for the PSP. There may be it may be on other systems. I think I've heard somewhere that this is actually coming out for the Switch, as in like it's either a sequel or something similar to this, but I'm not sure on that. I'd have to do some more research. I mean, look it up on Google, which is what people do for research these days. So yeah, so this one then, a tactics game. So very different than the traditional, you know, like Āru Taipu sideward scrolling game. This one as a tactics game isn't very good either. I was kind of excited because I thought when I saw it first it was going to be a bit like Star Trek Tactical Assault, but no, it's a traditional sort of like grid-based, turn-based strategy game where you have your ships, and obviously you can, like, you know, you can have different weapons and different types of ship, and you kind of, you know, position whichever ship you want on the screen at the start, and then you have your sort of main battle cruiser then, you know, as your kind of your leader thing, and you move the ships around to different locations on the map, and you just have like a space background, and then when you attack the enemies, or when the enemies attack you, I really like this. It goes into like a different like, it's not like sometimes when you attack it just shows like, you know, like the bullets going from one ship to another, but then other times it goes into this kind of cinematic thing where you see your ships coming and then you see the enemy ships and you see them firing at each other. So they do that in a lot of tactic games. I think it adds that little bit extra. It adds a lot to sort of the presentation of the game, which is you know, which kind of makes the games a lot better to me anyway. So when there's a good presentation, the gameplay in this is pretty boring, to be honest. I didn't really I didn't acclimate to it, or didn't get into it that much, to be honest, as much as other games, because I have a load of PSP games. So if I'm going to spend a lot of time at a PSP game, it needs to be good. So I tried it anyway. It was pretty good. It wasn't that good. It wasn't great though. So maybe if you're like you know, like an Āru Taipu huge fan, you would be a massive fan of this. Or maybe if you know, like all you played was tactic games, this would be a good as well. But I don't know, I just think there's just better games out there. It's okay as a novelty, but it wouldn't interest me as much as other games. I still liked it though, and I still played it, and I still bought it. So technically, I did what the developers want. I bought their game and I tried it. So that is R-Type Tactics, kind of a real anomaly here. You know, like out of the norm from the R-Type game. So let me know if you've played R-Type Tactics in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I'll see you next video. Adios.